Good day, family. Dumelang, Sanbunani. Welcome to another YouTube video with me, your host, Mathix. Now, on today's video, we're going to touch on the subject of karma. We're going to talk about what karma is. I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what karma is, especially when you see how people use it, like, you're gonna get your karma. And people usually use that when it only deals with something bad, like, yeah, karma is a bitch. Karma is also an angel, Karma is also a goddess, a very beautiful divine goddess, just as much as she could be like, damn it. So, okay, what is karma? Well, karma, the word karma, if you look up the etymology of it or the origin, that word, it means action. So action. So whenever you hear sayings as "Ivililachiga" or the wheel turns, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you, all these are based in karma. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. All of these laws are based on karma. So now, what karma basically states, it's not just that, like they say, if you kill a fly, you're gonna come back in your next lifetime as a fly. That's like taking it to the extreme. Well, what karma deals with is that the actions that you perform in one lifetime come back to you in another lifetime, so that your soul can learn very important lessons, so that you could get a whole 360 of what it is to be holistic, to be a human being. So the good that you do onto others as well is also karma. It also comes back to you. The bad that you do to others, you also get to experience it. That is what they call a hell. And you're like, yeah, I hope you burn in hell. Well, if you've been a miserable person on the earth, you are definitely going to face your actions in the hereafter. Because remember that when you leave the physical plane, there's levels in which you ascend, just as there were levels as you descended. So now your body is that which has within it encapsulated the divine spark, which is you. So now that divine sparks, as it goes down the ladder of light, it leaves aspects of itself in different dimensions. Now, some of these dimensions, to go back into them, you'd have to be very exalted. You'd have to have reached the highest echelons of, the highest beings, of being moral, of being basically self-sacrificing in order for the betterment of humanity. Those are those beings that reach these planes of ascended masters, these higher realms of exalted beings. It's beings who were in, or it's beings who, while they were physical, they gave more of themselves. So there is service to self, and then there is service to others. Those who understand service to others and really understand that service to others is really service to self, because what you give comes back to you. Whereas now we have it inverted. We want to always give ourselves, not understanding that we are losing because we are actually a holistic. It's better for you to actually do for another something that you would want them to do to you, because that becomes your karma. That becomes your karma. That becomes the dimensions that you experience after life. Now, these planes are divided in certain vibratory state, and where you are resonating determines on which realms you get to go into before your next incarnation. So there are certain realms that other people can only get a glimpse into because they would have not reached a very high vibration of consciousness in order for them to dwell for long periods of time in those realms. Those are the higher realms that they speak about in a study called Theosophy, where they speak about, like, now that's where you are dealing with exalted beings, as I was saying. So that's also part of your karma. What you do here in the physical plane, when you leave this place, you experience everything that you did to others, but from their point of view. So what others got to experience through you, you get to experience from their perspective. So you feel what it is to be others experiencing you. You see? So now that plays a very trickery thing, because like now you look at your life and you're like, damn, Am I a good person? Am I a bad person? And remember that these feelings in those higher realms, they are more refined, so they are even more real. They are even more real because now the limitations of the bodies they've been taken off. You see, so the reason for this is that the universe is very intelligent. The Godhead is very intelligent. And as I said, it's that each soul, each spark must experience what it is to be holistic. So you must see both sides of the spectrum. You must see both sides. You must be on the giving end, and you must also be on the receiving end. So that's what karma is. And also, your actions in this lifetime, they definitely do set you up for actions in the next lifetime. They definitely do set you up for actions in the next lifetime, because you continue. Just like when you're in grade 1, your lessons in grade 1 prepare you for grade 2. Your lessons in grade 2, so you could take each grade as a lifetime. A lifetime, a lifetime, a lifetime that probably prepares you for high school. And then after high school, you go to varsity. After varsity, you go to a different type of job or career. So that's what each lifetime is for. It's preparing you for a much bigger thing, a much more profound experience that you need to experience many multiple lifetimes of doing different things in different states. So now what you need to do is consciously participate in your actions. So don't be a reactor. Actually, you must consciously participate in your activities. You must consciously participate in doing good and just be kind, bro. And your kindness must not be from a point of like, I want to be kind so that other people could see I'm kind. You know, what you do mostly in secret, like how you are in secret, you can't fool the universe. That's the biggest one. You know, how you behave when others are not looking at you, how you treat others when you are not on camera. You know, those are the actions that get imprinted on your soul. Because what happens is that your soul is a collection. It's a holistic collection of all your experiences, thoughts, emotions. And each experience leaves a signature on your soul, which now becomes a power or an ability in the next life. So if you achieve a certain state of being here, a certain state of discipline, it gets edged on your soul, and in your next lifetime you were born with a certain ability, with a certain gift that you would have cultivated in the previous lifetime. So that becomes your fruits. You see, so as a human, you are a very complex being. Even you right now watching this video, it's your karma. This is your karma. So your actions in the previous lifetime have led you to seek some type of spiritual knowledge in this lifetime, hence watching this video. Hence, you can contemplate on these particular types of subjects, you know, instead of just going about your everyday life being what they call an automaton. Because there are people who are not yet ready, and they're still moving on that automatic, you know, just going with the wind. You see, so their souls are not yet, their karma has not let them here. So their soul is not strong enough. You see, because your soul has to be strong enough to occupy or to hold certain knowledge. And also it has to be strong enough in order to access certain realms and dimensions between life and death. So between life and death, you access certain hierarchical levels of existence. You get to experience certain beings, planetary beings. You get to live and experience dimensions where you are dealing with planetary beings or spirits of planets, spirits of stars, which are actually beings. You see, but these dwell more in the higher realms, whereas most people after they've died, they can only go to the lowest of realms before they come back into the physical. You see, so it's like a rejuvenation where you get to go see and be like, oh, okay, these were my mistakes here. Okay, this is what I gotta fix. This is what I gotta fix. And then they're like, okay, you see, bro, you see what it is? And then you're like, okay. And then you're like, okay, your guides, everyone is there. And then zoop, you come back into the body again. You forget your previous lifetime, but it becomes edged into your DNA. So you forget it consciously, but your energy remembers it. So that's why when you're born in another lifetime, you're born drawn to certain things. It's because you've signed an energetic signature or an energetic contract of what you have to fulfill in this lifetime. You see, so there is a purpose to what it is that you are building. There is an individualized purpose, there is a soul purpose, and there is a planetary purpose. The planetary purpose is that we are actually spiritualizing matter. We are spiritualizing the earth. The earth's destiny is spiritual. So what we are doing is we are spiritualizing this planet, because the destiny of this planet is to become a higher world. And by us constantly coming here as spirits, when we keep recycling here and changing our actions, what we are doing is we are bringing heaven on earth. So those states that we go into after death, when we come here, we come with those lessons that we learn from those places. You see, we come with the lessons that we learn from those exalted states and places, and we bring them here into the physical. And then those who now become leaders and spiritual teachers, people of influence in society, most of the time they are those who, during life and death, they access even the most highest of those states. And then when they come back here, their job is to translate what it is that they have now learned in those higher realms and bring them into the physical to be a form of reminder for each and every single spirit. You see, so now most people are caught up in the lower reincarnation cycles of just doing everyday mundane human things, feeding me, it's about me, it's my money, it's mine. When you die, your energy is not high enough for you to go and really see in the planes where now you deal with beings that have the blueprint of what the cosmos is about. You see, so you can never even now begin to grasp those thoughts in the physical. If you can grasp such higher thoughts in the physical, you've spent time during death and birth in the higher realms, where you've partaken of the manner of higher beings, and you've chilled in the dimensions where now you were really surrounded by the energies and forces that were the original intentions of what creation is or was about from the jump. You see, and even that was a glimpse, because there are stages beyond human. But like, understand that the human is a very, very complex and very important stage of your soul's development. You see, so now karma is not just about I punch you here, in the next lifetime someone's gonna punch me. It's deeper than that. That's like just a simple thing. That's love your neighbor as you love yourself. But karma is action. That's what it means. It's action. And the reason or the purpose for the law of karma is that each soul can understand what it is to be the giver and to be the receiver. So really, whether you do it or not, what you do to others, it'll be done unto you, whether it's good or bad. Karma is not just about the bad, even the good. When you do good, if you're a good person, just genuinely a good person, you genuinely gonna attract good vibrations to you, whether you like it or not. That's just the law. It's just in your energetic field. You're just gonna attract it. Now, it doesn't mean that bad things or so-called bad things are not gonna happen in your space, because you do need certain lessons, or certain things will occur as a form of teaching you or even taking you higher. And you even might have agreed to that, or you did agree for those certain things to take place, so that like now you could alleviate your soul from certain experiences. That's why some certain actions are very dangerous. Like, let's say for instance, someone who kills someone else, you energetically now tie yourself into certain actions that might take multiple lifetimes to get rid of. You see, some things don't just take one lifetime to get rid of. They might take several lifetimes to get rid of. So that's why it's very important to practice discipline, sometimes celibacy, sometimes fasting, sometimes meditation, because what these things do is that they alleviate you, or they accelerate your soul while you are still living, so that when you do die, you you basically don't have to deal with the lower things of letting go of the addictions to the senses. No, you go into the exalted realms where now you deal with higher knowledge and the higher meanings of what life is. So that's the important thing. But you don't just do these things because of the next lifetime. They also help you in this lifetime, because that means that now when you do certain things in this lifetime, certain practices and certain disciplines, those beings that live in these higher states, they can access you, because remember, you are living in multiple realities simultaneously. You are living in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Everything is happening everywhere, all at the same time. All at the same time. The most profound thing I have heard, they say, to be like God, you have to imagine yourself as God. So in your mind, see yourself as if you are not even yet formed in your mother's womb. And at the same time, see yourself already living in the world after you have lived. See yourself as you see yourself now. See yourself in all of these states all at the same time. Because to be God, you have to be as God. Now, who are you to approach God with a limited mind? Who are you to do that? So expand your imagination and you can expand your perspective, your own personal relationship of what God is. And then your karma. Now, you become what they call a time lord, meaning that now you can consciously like put actions or put deeds. You become the master of your destiny. You become the one in control of your past and your future. You see? So karma, it's definitely actions. What you do, it comes back to you. Not as a form of a punishment, or it's just lessons. It's lessons. You have to learn things. You have to learn things. You have to learn things. Energy, all this, it's one energy. And this one energy will experience itself in all different forms of itself. It wants to experience itself as dark, wants to experience itself as light. You see? So just make sure that your actions are consciously taken by you, and that you are not just doing things from a just because, I gotta. No, consciously make decisions. Say, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You see? So yeah, family, that's where we're gonna leave the video on karma for now. Big up to everybody. We're almost on 1,000 subscribers. That's very cool. Hey, that's very cool. That's very cool. So yeah, till the next video. Much love, family. Much love.
Here's a little passage on the imagination. If then you do not make yourself equal to God, you cannot apprehend God, for like is known by like. Leap clear of all that is corporeal, and make yourself to a like expanse with that greatness which is beyond all measure. Rise above all time, and become eternal, then you will apprehend God. Think that for you too nothing is impossible. Deem that you too are immortal, and that you are able to grasp all things in your thought, to know every craft and every science. Find your home in the haunts of every living creature. Make yourself higher than all heights and lower than all depths. Bring together in yourself all opposites of quality, heat and cold, dryness and fluidity. Think that you are everywhere at once, on land, at sea, in heaven. Think that you are not yet begotten, that you are in the womb, that you are young, that you are old, that you have died, that you are in the world beyond the grave. Grasp in your thought all this at once.